Alright, it's not a mod that I have on. It's not a mod, baby bitches. You okay, Miss Stephanie? She getting sick, honey. She about to throw up. Alright, let's see. Looks like mostly saliva. Gonna go to Mount Anther, I guess. It sucks that I have to take a long way around. You back, Lynn? Do apologize for the inconvenience. I was kind of testing the, Okay. Oh, thank you. Alright. I was trying to test it and see. It's definitely not me though. It's a mod or something Bethesda has put on the game. It's causing it to crash. something from the creation engine thing that they added to the 10th anniversary. Which means it being this close to Windhelm, I'm probably never going to get to go to this city right here in the game. I'm going to have to create me a game with no mods off the mod thing and test it. I hate that it's taking out so much of my time playing the game. I don't know where Lydia is. She ain't got the intelligence enough to follow me the way I went. She's got to go a more suitable way for that she's programmed to take. Winter hole discovered.
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's forsaken town?
And what? You think that'll solve all your problems?
Probably not, but it's worth a try.
Here comes Lydia. Oh. Ugh, man. It drives me nuts it takes so long to load this. There we go.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Why are you out here?
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
May I enter the college?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
I am looking for the new flavor or the new mushroom that's in Lucky Charms.
Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
I think we both know I'll succeed here.
No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort.
Well, damn. Would you grant entry to the Dragonborn?
Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the voice? I would be most impressed to see that.
Okay. She asked for it, Lan. She asked for it.
So the stories are true. You are Dragonborn. Normally, you'd need to show some aptitude with one of the schools of magic. But you... I think there is much that we can learn from each other. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I'd like to see that. I'm glad I didn't, like, shout here across them. 100 yards from here.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
I don't ever remember her wanting me to demonstrate my voice. I so would have laughed my butt off if she would have went flying off the bridge.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college.
Thank you.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Okay. Thank you for that bit of information.
Why are my research materials constantly disappearing?
I don't know.
Was there something specific you needed?
I'm positive whatever I require will be revealed to me on its own. Do tell.
So, you don't...
Man, there's a lot of quests. I doubt I'll be able to do that either because it's also close to that Smith and Weasel location on the map.
Anything then?
Oh, my dear Urag. You're trying so hard to help. I do hope you're not disappointed.
Disappointed is not the word I would choose, Colette. Excuse me. You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
Yes. You take your work very seriously.
Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials.
I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy?
Well, I'm looking for a new type of toilet paper. Yeah, I'm looking to learn more about it. Do you have one?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it?
Maybe.
It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
What about a pinky? Or a thumb? What about the Dragonborn?
What about? Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling?
Yes.
I'll bring everything we have on them. But it's not much.
Okay.
So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
Are there any special books you're looking for?
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian and devoted all his time to research and study. Learned more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
It's quite an impressive library you got here.
A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
That's good. Look. Spell Tomb telekinesis arrows. What? Telekinesis arrows? What in Oblivion? Releases suspended telekinesis arrows. Teleport pet manic ultra nymph. Is that spider thing?
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Various studies have been recorded. Imagine living beneath the waves of a strong-sighted blessing of the most excellent fabric. Holding the fabric over your gears, you would begin to breathe. drink its warp and weft. Though the planmanta fibers imbue your soul, the rich plankton would pollute the cloth until it stank to heavens of prophecy. This was one manner in which the scrolls first came to pass. But are we the sea, or the breather, or the fabric? Or are we the breath itself? Can we follow through the scrolls as knowledge flows through the being, the water, or are we the stuck morass of sea filth that gathers on the edge? Imagine, again, this time but different. A bird, cresting wind, is lifted by a gust and down by a stone. A gust and down by a stone. But the stone can come from above if the bird is upside down. Where then did the gust come from? And which direction? Did the gods send either? Or has the bird decreed their presence by her own mind-making? The all sight of the scrolls make a turning of the mind such that relative positions are absolute in their primacy. I ask you again to imagine for me. This time, you are beneath the ground. A tiny acorn planted by some well-meaning elf maiden of the woodlands for her pleasure. You wish to grow, but fear what you may become. So you push off the water, the dirt, the sun, to stay in your hole. But it is in the very pushing that you become a tree. In spite of yourself, how did that happen? The acorn is kind of a tree egg in this instance, and the knowledge of water and sun. We are the chicken inside the egg, but also the dirt. The knowledge from the scrolls is what we push against to become full-sighted ourselves. One final imagining before your mind closes from the shock of ever knowing. You are now a flame burning bright blue within a vast emptiness. In time, you see your brothers and sisters burning off their own in the distance, and along your side, a sea of pinpoints of constellation of memories. Each burns bright, then flickers. Then two more take its place, but not forever, lest the void spills the rancid light that sucks the thought. Each of our minds is actually the emptiness, and the learnings of the scroll are the pinpoints. Without those stabbing light, my consciousness would be as a vast nothingness, unknowing its emptiness as a void is unknowing of itself. But the burning are dangerous and must be carefully tended, and minded, and brought to themselves, and spread to their siblings. Whew. That was a mouthful. 1, 2, 3. That's a waste of page right there. Just 4 words on that one page. It is widely known among scholars that the Elder Scrolls entail a certain hazard in their very reading. The mechanism of the effects has at present been largely unknown. Theories of hidden knowledge and divine retribution were the subject of idle speculation with little investigation. I, Justinus Paulinus, have undertaken to thoroughly document the ailments afflicted by the Elder Scrolls on their readers. Though an unidentified theory of how they manifest continues to elude me and remain to a subject for further study, I have grouped the effects into 4, finding that the avenue of experience depends largely upon the mind of the reader. If this is unclear, I hope that a proper dystoctomy, if I'm pronouncing that right, dystoctomy, will lay it plain. Group the first, the nace, for one who has received no training in the history or nature of the Elder Scrolls. The scroll itself is effectively inert. No prophecy can be scribed nor knowledge obtained, while the scroll will not impart learning to the uniformed, nor will it afflict them in any adverse faction. Visually, the scroll will appear to be awash in odd lettering and symbols. Those who know their astronomy often claim to recognize constellations in the patterns and connections, but such conjecture is impossible to further investigate since the very nature of this study necessitates unlearned subjects. Group the second. The unguarded intellects. It is the second group that realizes the greatest danger from attempting to read the scrolls. These are subjects who have an understanding of nature of the Elder Scrolls and possess sufficient knowledge to actually read what is inscribed there. They have not, however, developed adequate discipline to stave off the mind-shattering effect of having a glimpse of infinity. These unfortunate souls are struck immediately, irrevocably, and completely blind. Such is the price of overreaching one's faculties. It bears mentioning, though, that with the blindness also comes a fragment of that hidden knowledge. Whether the future, the past, or the deep natures of being is dependent of the individual and their place in the greater spheres, but the knowledge does come. Group the third, meditated understanding alone in Tamriel. It would appear that only the cult of the ancestor moth has discovered the discipline to properly guard one's mind when reading the scrolls. Their novitiates, not novitiates, novitiates must undergo the most rigorous mental cultivation, and they often spend a decade or more at a monastery before being allowed to read their first Elder Scroll. It's almost like negotiate, but nociate. Where's that word at? Novitiates. Yeah. The monks say this is the most initiate's own protection, as they must have witnessed many unguarded intellects among their more eager ranks. With appropriate fortitude, these readers also receive blindness, though in a far lesser magnitude than the unguarded. Their vision fogs slightly, but they retain shape, color, and enough acuity to continue to read mundane text. The knowledge they gain from the scroll is also tempered somewhat. It requires stages of meditation and reflection to fully appreciate and express what one saw. Goodness gracious. That's a lot of reading here. Okay. Group the fourth, eliminated understanding between the previous group and this one exists a continuum that has at present only been traversed by the monks of Ancestor Moth. With continued reading, do the monks become gradually more and more blind, but receive greater and more detailed knowledge. As they spend their waking hours pondering the revelations, they also receive a further degree of mental fortitude. There is, for every monk, a day of penultimate, that's either a P or a D, penultimate reading, when the only knowledge the Elder Scroll imparts is that the monk's next reading shall be his last. For each monk, the penultimate reading comes at a different and knowledgeable time. Preliminary work has been done to predict the occurrence by charting the severity of the individual. Monk's blindness. But all who reach these later stages report the increasing blindness seems to taper with increased reading. Some pose the notion that some other unseen sense is, in fact, to continue to diminish at this upper range, but I shall leave such postulations to philosophers. To prepare for his ultimate reading, a monk typically withdraws to seclusion in order to reflect upon lifetime of revelations and appoint his or her mind, for reception of his or her last. Upon this final reading, it is forever blinded. He or she is forever blinded, as sure for those unguarded ones who race to knowledge. The illuminated one, though, has retained his or her understanding over a lifetime and typically possesses a more integral notion of what has revealed to him or her. It is hoped that this catalogue will prove useful to those who wish to further our mortal understanding of the Elder Scrolls. The Moth priests remain aloof about these matters, taking the gradual debilitation that comes with reading as a point of pride. May this serve as a useful starting point for those hoping to take in such a study, dictated to Antinius Mechism, fourth of last seed in 126th year of the Second Era. Whew. That's a great bedtime story.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Yes, are we clear?
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
This rumination book is incomprehensible.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus.
Mm.
He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while.
Yeah?
Too long.
Where did he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since. You need a book? You talk to me.
Okay.
Otherwise you're going to find yourself in a lot of pain.
Oh my god. Is your bread good? It looks tasty.
I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me.
What? But it's my book if I wrote it. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Take scroll. Oh, study alchemy. Study illusion. Burned book. Why's a burned book in here? Who can read a burned book? The Legend of Red Eagle. I think each stream I'll pick a random book and read it. And I'll try to do a distinctive voice that I think will probably fit in the writing of a book. But since I read 2 books today, that was a quest. Red Eagle Sword. Oh, exciting. Look how many quests are on here. So many quests, so little time, man. Candlelight, I know that one. These are both candlelights? Pfft. That's cool. Use scroll crafting. Are you making noises over there? Making noises. Yep. I thought so. I think, depending on how tomorrow goes after my, interview, if I ain't gotta go do anything after my interview, like work related, I'm probably gonna stream some tomorrow. Where'd that scroll go that I'm confused. What scroll? Wait. Find Septimus Cygnus. I've learned that Septimus Cygnus, a preeminent scholar of the Elder Scrolls, is currently living far north, studying a dwarven artifact. He might know where I can find an Elder Scroll. The Book of the Dragonborn. That's a cool looking cover right there. Fall from Glory. Enchanting Dust. Alright, Lydia. I wasn't so sexually attracted to you, I would find you terrifying. And my headphones are about to die. Which way is the way out of here? Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Since my
I believe
headphones...
I've made myself rather clear.
Okay.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such...
Who is she talking to? I don't know.
You are a guest of the college. Here at the pleasure of the Archmage.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Since my headphones are about to die...
knowledge is
Shut up! I'm trying to narrate over here. Since my headphones are about to die... I'll stop right here. If I continue walking and trying to narrate, she's going to talk too. I will try to get on tomorrow after my interview, probably around 10:30, 11. 10:30, 11 a.m. You're welcome. But as of right now, I don't have anything planned after my interview. But that could change after the interview. I may have to go and pick up uniform if I get hired, or I don't know. I may have to go do a drug test, go pee in a cup or something. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Please leave a like if you enjoy the stream to help support my channel, and subscribe if you want to see more streams and videos from me. I normally, if I don't get on tomorrow, I'll be on Saturday morning, hopefully, at 9 a.m. Central. But if that changes and my days off change after getting a job, I will try to update my YouTube channel of my new hours of streaming, depending on my days off and stuff. So, keep a lookout on that if I don't get on here tomorrow. Till then, have a great rest of your night, and I'll talk to you.